Hey guys, and welcome to the 5th week of Indie Game of the Week, and this week I'll be explaining to you and Chris about Monster Loves You, which is a very unusual indie game.
It's unusual, is it, hey?
Yeah, so it's not... I wouldn't class it as an indie game like the kind of a third-person, 2D side-scroller, which a lot of... not third-person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it varies indie games, but this one is kind of like, do you know those books that you used to get? And it used to be say, oh, do this decision, move to page 32, do this decision,
Like
move to
pop-outs,
page...
kind of.
It's kind of like, it's an RPG, so it's kind of like you choose something and it affects how you are later on.
Yeah.
Like, you eventually have to either go with the humans and, overthrow the monsters, go with the monsters and overthrow the humans, or kind of get them working together. And I tried to get them to work together.
Yeah. Okay. I'm up to where you are now.
So it's like, it would say, oh, you see a lone kid in the forest.
Yep.
You can either guide the kid home, kill it, or scare the kid away. Like eat the kid, scare it, or send it home or something.
Okay, so you can choose to be evil or you can choose to be good, basically.
Well, not so much evil. You get different points, so you could get points for intelligence, if you kind of find a safe way to get the kid home without alerting any humans or whatever. It's just from clicking text. You don't actually play as the monster.
So it's a text-based game.
It's a text-based game, pretty
okay,
much.
Yeah. I'm up to that. Okay.
And you get like intelligence. You get like, what do you call it? Like ferocity and stuff.
Ferocity. I've never seen. You mean like dexterity and stuff like that, like all that kind of stuff?
It's kind of like if you're constantly a jerk, like you can lose traits and stuff. And if you have, you kind of build them up, and it decides how the game ends. There's like 20 different endings you can get, and you get badges for them.
Right. So it's a text-based game. It's an RPG. The decisions you make will affect you later down the line. You can get. This is what I'm going off the top of my head. You can get points for the way you do it. So if you help kids, you can get points if you don't get detected and stuff like that. Or if you go against them and trying to eat them or whatever monsters do.
You get like fury and stuff. And all.
Yeah. So it seems like one of those games where it seems like a very relaxing game. Something I would be into it. I think I'd be kind of into it just on the fact that like I'd love to see how it ends. Like. Do you get eaten yourself?
Yeah, it's kind of like a book. It's kind of, you read it and you got to put on voices and stuff for the characters.
Yeah.
And it's just for the different ones, and it's kind of more like a story than a stereotypical game.
Right.
But
okay.
The soundtrack's okay. It's kind of like one song or whatever. It's pretty
kind of like a Binding of Isaac.
Pretty basic, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's 2D. It's just pictures pretty much, and you choose different things like to fight a snake or whatever. And I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. And that's not saying it's a bad game. I would recommend it. It's just because it's not the kind of game which is. It's not. It's a very. It's aiming towards a niche audience. I'd say, because it's not a.
Yeah, what I'm looking at, it seems like it's more aimed towards like smaller kids, like kids who.
If kids could read, yeah. If kids could read.
If kids could read nowadays.
I suppose, yeah, it is kind of a kiddie game.
This damn internet. The
kids are old. Like.
No one knows how to read. All they know is how to move W, A, S, and D, and the mouse. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't even need that. It's just a mouse. It's just a point and click.
But yeah, it seems like it would be. I'd look into it.
It's very short, so it's nothing.
It looks good. The art style looks like really, really fun. It looks kind of like SpongeBob, if I had to say anything about it. It's something I would look into, and I would probably play like overnight or something like that. But it does not seem like something I would pick up and say, recommend this as my favorite game.
Yeah, it has like replayability. But it's whether you can be bothered going through all... Because pretty much it's the same story.
Yeah.
It's not like, you do something at the start and it affects the story from then on. It's just each different part of the story has different outcomes.
Okay, right. I understand that. Hopefully the audience understands that as well.
Yeah, it's just not me speaking gibberish for 6 minutes or whatever.
So yeah, that has been Indie Game of the Week, and that is Monster Loves You. That has been Josh explaining it to me and to you guys. I hope you have understood what we said. Please comment if we haven't, and we'll have to look over this game again in further detail. I'll have to give it a go.
If I just did an awful description of it.
But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed. Please give a like. Please comment what you should have next. If you don't like this, us reviewing these sort of games, then comment and tell us what we should do. Or you can come follow us on Twitter and just message us on there. Just like shameless little plugs there.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks Josh for explaining Monster Loves You, and hopefully I will
It's been a pleasure, Chris. It's been a pleasure.
And hopefully you guys will do the same. See you in a bit.
See you later, guys.